Wow, that sounds like a wild bird. I think I'm going to call my field guide, Matthew Paige, and ask him about this flying object. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, is this the Matthew Paige birding hotline?
This is the Matthew Paige birding hotline.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Page, and welcome back for who knows how many times, and I've enjoyed every one of them, to the Lipstick Pickup Podcast.
Thank you for having me, my queen of lipstick tonal properties. Thank you for having me yet again.
You have a background in scouting, and that is why I have considered you. Is this the Scouts? How does it go?
That's Cub Scouts. That's
okay.
Boy Scouts. And then you get to go to the military if you're smart enough.
Gotcha.
Look at that.
Great. Yeah.
And this is just a second.
That's good. What's this?
Yeah, you can fill in the rest.
Hey, this one's Troop Emily.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
Okay, we're getting carried away. But Matthew has a history in scouting, and my father did too. That's where he fell in love with bird watching. But he's also got a history with lots of guitars. It's not that they're fancy ones, but he plays a lot of different ones. And that's why he has been my field guide for so many guitars. And we started with him teaching me about the real sitar. He's got several lipstick pickup guitars that we've discussed. And I guess I'll take my glasses off now. We're going to get real.
Oh, there you are. Yeah,
I was dressed for success in the scouting out of uniform today with epaulets and aviator shades on.
And an official lipstick bandana, if my eyes don't deceive me.
You've got it. I'm wearing the troop uniform. I told him that I'd love to get him to help me do some more field guiding, and I'm putting birds and music together. And I also saw him 2 weeks ago. Did I see you perform at the East Side Bowl?
I think it was just about a week ago. I don't know. Time seems fake. But yeah, within a week or two.
It was last weekend, maybe.
Yes. February 6th, 7th, 2/7. And now we're on the 18th. Oh my gosh. Wow, time flies. Okay.
For those of you who don't live in Nashville, the ice storm sort of made time a construct.
Yeah, it's not. We're not doing time anymore.
After some people spent 10 days freezing in their house, time is a construct.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw him perform with his band, who I'm a big fan of. They played at the East Side Bowl in their nice venue, the old 38.
Yes.
And there was star-studded lineup. That was a killer lineup.
That was a good night. That was a good night of music. We were lucky. Yeah, that was the 615 Indie. It's the second year of that festival, which is supposed to highlight independent venues and musicians in town, which we need each other. And Nashville is nothing without its independent abilities. With all the infrastructure that is going on here, it's nice to have some real going on still. So that's what that festival is about, in a historically slow time of year for venues and bands. Coming out of winter is pretty slow moving. So that's why they put it then, and it was great all over town, all over Nashville. Hopefully people should come to town next year and take part in it, because you can see a lot of good music.
It really was a great setup. I think the one thing that's great about that sort of festival is Nashville is getting so huge, and there's lots of choices, a lot of corporate entities, and that's fine. I've been to the Brooklyn Bowl, that's fine. But it is nice to know what the focus of this is, which is 615, local.
That's right. Keep it local. I mean, it's great to have the big businesses here too, but they wouldn't have nothing if it weren't for the End and the Acme downtown, and the 58 and the East Side Bowl and Vinyl Tap and the 5 Spot and the Basement, the Basement East. All these places are run by real people who are doing it out of love, and there's not mountains of money to be made in that business on any end of it. It's all from love, and that's what's really beautiful about this town and the people making it go.
And also an excellent value. One thing that the East Side Bowl has, free parking.
That's right. Whole bunch of it. Yeah.
People come from LA and New York and San Francisco and they can't even believe it.
What?
Huge parking lot, just
Just park
whip
here for
right.
free? Yeah, because it used to be a Kmart. That's why.
Free parking is becoming another perk because that becomes part of the what it costs you to see a venue. So that show is a great value. Anyway, I
Yes.
saw DeeOhGee play. Y'all scorched the earth. It
Thank you.
rocked.
Thank
And I
you.
also only heard a couple of songs that I know. So the rest of them are new songs. Thank you for being an artist who brings out the new stuff.
I know some people hate that when they go see a band and they don't like anything that, oh, the too much new stuff. It's okay. But we just did a new album this summer, and so we're breaking in those songs for when that album comes out, getting people used to them. So that's what you heard was the songs getting greasy, and they're feeling pretty good. I thought so. I thought we did all right.
Great songs, great lyrical content. I wasn't familiar with them. That's why I was paying attention.
Look at that. Look
Because
at
I
that.
think I find you to be a clever lyricist.
Thank you. I try to have something to say.
Y-
What's Willie Nelson say? It's you can't make a record if you got nothing to play, and you can't make music if you ain't got nothing to say.
Anyway, I love the songs. And tell me what you want to tell me about the new record. I'm excited. So,
Yes. Well, we've been collecting songs. We haven't put out a new album in 2 years or so. So we've been gathering songs, and we finally whittled them all down to a really good amount. And we went out to Wichita, Kansas. I know. I know. Shout out Wichita. Showed me some new things that are great. That town's really up and coming, and it's actually really special there. Anyway, the record label we're working with has a studio there, so they're like, you can come use this studio for free. So we went out there for 8 days and 9 to 5 did for 8 days straight and got 15 songs down and whittled those down to just about, I think, 12, 13, whatever can fit on a vinyl. All the songs
hmm
will come out eventually, but we whittled them down to what the vinyl is. So it's pretty much us playing all the instruments and stuff, but there are a few guest musicians that came in to play some unique tracks that I think will surprise listeners and delight them.
people from that area?
Yes,
Excellent.
yes.
I want to learn
There,
about it.
there's some heavy music history out in Kansas. That is a well-traveled route. So they're not strangers to musicians coming and going and also just plopping down and making that their home. Because if you look at it on a map, it's real similar to Nashville as to where it's in the middle of a
hmm
big chunk of the country. You can go a lot of different ways from there to get to a lot of different places. So right now, they're building up a music recording hub because it's so close to so many places that Blackbird,
hmm
that is in Nashville, is starting a ground up recording studio there, and there's a handful of other musical people starting recording studios there. So there's like a section of town turning into like a Berry Hill in Nashville, a recording hub. So microphone.
Built. It can be built and you out of nothing. And you and I've talked about that before. We talk about how quickly LA popped up. They built it.
Right.
And that's so cool. I don't
Yes.
think I've ever been to Wichita. It's
Um,
probably a place that's affordable to live too.
for now.
Yeah. That's forward thinking.
It is right now, but
Hey, Matthew just made an opinion on real estate.
yeah, I like to keep my eye on those sorts
Go.
of things.
Anything else you want me to know about it?
Yeah, it'll be coming out on vinyl, which Third Man Records we're getting it pressed at their vinyl pressing facility in Detroit, and so they have the highest quality gear. So I'm very excited about this album just for the sake of the songs. Each one of us in the band has contributed songs, so from song to song, different person is singing, or they wrote that song, and so it's truly our three people coming together, adding to each other, serving each other musically, songwriting wise, all that. And we've been a band for a lot of years now, and there's a lot of love and trust that's come with that, and I think it's shown in this record. This might be my favorite record yet. I know they all say that, but I think this is the one, Emily.
I told you that I love the Andrew Bird record with the audacious title "My Finest Work Yet." Have you
That has been It's been bouncing around in my head since you said that. I'm like,
Have you named it yet?
yeah, it's called Our Greatest Record We've Ever Done. You should buy it. That's what it's called.
Is it really?
No, but
I think
we'll think
that's a
about it.
great idea. You could shorten it to like an acronym.
Yes, yeah, right.
Just call it Our Greatest Record. It's got a long title, but just call it Our Greatest Record.
I think we might go with that, but well, that's to be determined. But it's coming out this year, probably within a few months, probably in the next 3 months or so. It'll be making its way out. So
I'm excited.
me too.
I
There's a
like
lot
the
to look forward
single,
to.
other stuff you put out, and then your solo stuff. Good to see more from the band. Anything more we need to know about that before we get into flying objects?
No, that's all I got right now. But let's get flying.
So Matthew knows how to play an actual sitar, and that's why I'm going to call him my high vibrational field guide today. He's going to help me identify some flying objects. And one of them he was playing at the East Side Bowl, which I knew what it was, a Gibson Flying V guitar.
Yes, yes.
I had never seen him play one
What?
because I knew that you had it, and I've probably seen pictures, but I'd never seen you perform with it. And since I like the show so much, I asked you after the show, tell me the theory on this guitar tonight. Besides it's Saturday night,
Go, go,
She's-
go, go.
it's flying. It's a Predator.
South for the winter.
Hell yeah. It's a Flying V guitar, and you
Yes.
own one.
I do.
Tell me why you were playing it that night, and then tell me when you bought it and why. And then show me it sing.
I've just been into these guitars, or my solid body guitars. I usually like hollow bodies, but during the winter, I don't like to put them out in the hot, or the cold and the hot between the freezing van and the hot club. It really can mess with a wooden box, So this is a plank of wood. It's very sturdy and not much moves on it, sonically. So I like to play solid bodies in the winter time when I'm putting them out in the freezing cold, which you're not supposed to do. I got
solid theory. Excuse the pun. That's a solid theory.
Yeah, I thought so. It's been hanging on, and I got the Gibson because Gibson makes great guitars. You can get an Epiphone or you can get a knockoff, cheaper one, and they look cool, and they probably are fine. But this one does look cool, and yada yada. With the added, it's made by Gibson, which is, say what you want about them, they make great guitars, and
They invented it.
They make solid, great guitars. So I sprung for the extra, get the Gibson one. It's a proper, great headstock. Beautiful wood body, but I got it because I think that picture of Tom Petty where he's wearing a top hat and strumming the shit out of one of these got me. It's amazing what one picture will do, but it got me good. But
You really got me by the Kinks. I think uses a flying guitar.
That's right. I had heard Dave tell that story about. I think they came over to America and his guitar, that his precious one guitar, got stolen, and the only other one that was around that he could get that was up to snuff was this one. So I think that's why he was playing one. And then Hendrix obviously had great Flying V, his hand painted one, which was part of the reason it encouraged me to put paint on mine. And also Keith Richards had a really great one. Yes,
Yours is painted?
These white dots are little dots of paint that I just painted around the edge. That's all there is to it.
Mystery solved.
Yes.
I had never seen that when I was watching you, and I've seen so many versions of the Flying V and so many stylized things. I thought it was some sort of rivet on the edge of it.
Right.
And that's cool. I like it. I like you saying it's got to be mine. I got to personalize it.
Right. Yeah, because that's the only bummer about great guitars is that they generally are a dime a dozen. And, as far as seeing them, like a Les Paul is a great guitar, but wow, there are a lot of them. Telecasters, Stratocasters, great guitars, but which one's yours? So that's why I put these voodoo dots all the way around it, and I put them on my Gretsch too. I put them on a few guitars,
That's cool.
It adds a little mojo to it. Almost looks like one of the 50s, like flashing like "Eat Here" signs, which Also, my favorite car, the 57 Chevy, has the crazy wing, the 7 wing. That's the best car. And this
Mm-hmm.
has that going on. So I know we've talked about the Flying V a bit, but they're they're like classy, weird, futuristic guitars that kind of got lumped in with metal and some other glam things later on in life. But they started out in the 50s and they were way before their time. And I'm gravitated towards them because they were such cool blues guitars. A lot of cool blues guys played them. Albert King, Lonnie Mack, you name it. And they have a lot of character to them, which you need to play the blues. And I like the natural wood on this one, not just the painted black. And I got this one, it was pretty untouched. The guy who had it before me didn't really do much to it. So I added a vibrato so you can wow the strings, you know. Do we have volume going on here? Let's see what we got here. So you can I also added this kill switch, which it just cuts the signal off. So if you want to make this sound, you can. So when you got feedback and everything's loud and you just want to go, so it's like, you know, all sorts of fun sound making opportunities.
Oh gosh.
But anyway, this one's mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine, and
That
it's
is the
beautiful.
Matthew Paige signature Flying V.
Like, look at the wood of the grain, man. Like, they did a great job. They're beautiful, and they made them relatively. They're affordable. You know, they're not astronomical, but I don't know. It depends on who you are. They're very comfortable to play standing up, obviously, but this guitar rips. I love it, and I don't care that it is weird looking or whatever. I enjoy that. No one's got one like me, so there you go. That was just hard to say in a guitar town,
That's true.
but that's this one.
Well, it was in full wingspan when I saw you last weekend, and it sounded good. And you were bringing it back to its blues heritage.
And I don't play the blues. I'll never claim that. I'm not a blues musician. I love the blues and have the utmost respect for all those cats, and that is my number one genre of music that I've ever cared about or loved, but I would never claim to be that. But man, they had some attitude and some gear, and that is the most inspiring thing I've ever seen. So yeah, blues cats, rock and roll cats, you know, that's what this guitar is about. So I'm glad to have one, and I'm gonna keep playing it till it gets warmer, and we'll see. It's a country guitar too. Let's go dancing. It's a good guitar. What can I say?
You know a lot about country music. Are there any legends of country that play a Flying V? It would be an odd choice, I guess.
You know, I can't think of any that come straight to mind. There aren't too
Well,
many.
you know I'll be Googling that later.
Yes, I hope you do. Yeah, definitely let me know. Because there's some strange guitars out there in the country world for sure. Mose Wright and all these other Japanese Taisco knockoffs that they had over the years. Some funky ones. But you don't see the V too often in the country world. I hope we find one. That'll be really cool.
Yeah. I love it. I like to see that'll be a reason for me to make sure that I see you some more before the weather gets warm. So I can see
Yes.
your Flying V guitar. Way to go, Matthew.
Yes. Well, be sure to come to our show at the Blue Room on March 7th. That's when you'll see it last. Well,
Right.
before I leave town.
The Blue Room is part of Jack White's Third Man Records complex, and it is
Yes.
a cool room to play and a
Yes.
cool room to see a band. So come on down to
Come on.
Nashville.
Come on. We're opening for J. Roddy Walston, and I think it's our last show in town before the summer. So
Cool.
it's going to be the one.
All right. Next thing's next. I want to be particular about the semantics of the guitar that Matthew and I are about to talk about, because the Flying V guitar was invented and produced by Gibson, and they have trademarks all over it. And I have a flying electric sitar.
Ah, ah,
But it's not a Flying V, although it was named after my father, Vardaman. It is a flying electric sitar by Ian Williams of NEPCO of Des Moines, Iowa. Speaking of cool towns. And if you look at the headstock, it says Vardaman on it.
Boom. Boom. Beautiful headstock.
It's a long story and a cool collaboration, and we have lots of fans of Ian's work in our community because he's built a lot of cool guitars that fly. And hey, you'll love this Chicago band Rat Boys. I've listened to them. They're going to be playing here soon. She plays a flying guitar that was made by Ian Williams of NEPCO, but he's got lots of fans out there. And the other day, you'll love this, I was correcting a transcript, and instead of reading Masonite, which is what that guitar is made out of, it said Masonite, Knight.
Ooh, I like that.
So we have the Knights of Mason.
Yes.
And Ian's one of them because he loves Danelectro designs. And the reason why he wanted to make a flying guitar, he didn't make the original one for me. He made a few, and one of them was for the lead singer of Rat Boys, is that he likes the futuristic design. He's into futuristic things. He's into old things too. He drives a Gremlin, an AMC Gremlin.
That's what I'm talking about.
But he likes the futuristic idea, and that's why he's known for his awesome reproductions of Danelectro-esque instruments. And that's why he made a flying guitar. We're not going to call it a V. It's a flying Vardaman, not a V. Vardaman. Anyway, he made that for me, and we collaborated on it, and then I had a stupid idea, and then he did all the work.
Ah, brilliant idea. Are you kidding me?
It's beautiful. I'm so proud of it. It's the ultimate of a vanity piece because I had it made out of sentimentality for my dad, the forester, who worked for Masonite once.
I guess you can't
It
see
has
it too well.
Vardaman engraved by Rio Grande pickups
Yes, it's difficult to
of
see.
Houston, Texas. It says Vardaman on one and Spirit of 79 on the other. Those pickups were designed by Rio Grande pickups of Houston, Texas. They made them for me, and I shipped them to Ian. But they were made to work together, and the buzz bridge was provided by Danelectro guru Doug Tulloch. I bought that from him, and we got that to Ian. And he took his time making it for me, and it's beautiful. I've talked about it on previous episodes with his friend Jack, kind of part of our conversation. And I brought it over there to you when I first got it, like, meet the baby.
Welcome to the family.
And I watched you play it, but we didn't record any of it, nothing official. So I told you when I saw you with the Flying V, I want you to flying Vardaman up in the air for me. So we can, because you talk about these kill switches and all this other stuff. You always really understand what the components of a guitar do and what you can use them for. You're really good about that. I'm not a musician and I don't know anything about that. And that's why I'm particularly interested to see what Matthew Paige thinks about it.
Yeah, well, that's the fun part about guitars, and that's why I think a lot of cars and guitar guys overlap, because it's a world of customization. You're a few cuts and wires and da-da-das from improving your guitar or changing it, or hot rodding it. A lot of those Detroit bands were super into customizing their guitars, and when they connected that, it's a hot rod guitar thing. Like, we don't just let it be normal. Like, we're putting in cool pickups, So that's why I put a kill switch in mine, and I put a thing on it. I was like, hot rod, hot rod, hot rod. But this one is its own hot rod. Like, from design, from the word go, this thing is hot rodded. Let's go over it real quick. I like that it doesn't have just a straight V. I don't know if that was a straight style choice or trying not to get sued choice, but either way, it is very cool. And I like that. See that indents over here? This one's over here. One is a little longer than the other, so it's got this unique angle to it. When you set it down, it's like, okay, so it's not just this straight thing. It's a lot of grooviness that doesn't just immediately...
It's in a scent. That's how you tell it's in a
Right.
scent.
Yes, it's an upward mobile bird. The buzz bridge is great. That one, everything feels new and really good. I like that it's got one volume, one tone. That's it. One switch to pick between the pickups or play both. Super simple, but I prefer simple over the more complicated things. You got your... I like that they used... This is a screw to hold on the neck, but they put the guitar strap button on the screw that holds the neck on, which I think is very clever. The neck plays great. You could just tell there's a lot of love in it. It's like perfect too. It's almost like scary to touch. And who has seen an electric sitar flying V? This is the first one I've ever heard about.
It's the rarest bird in all of the world because there's only one of them, and it's
Very
named
rare
Hartman.
bird. Very rare bird indeed. The rarest of bird, a one of one. But it's got all the great attributes of an electric sitar, like the normal ones. And the pickups sound great. So this one's the neck pickup. You got a real fat, warm. That's when you turn the volume or the tone all the way down. This is both of them. The tone back up. Then the bridge pickup is nice and... Yeehaw! Then go to space, and then add a slide, and I mean the possibilities are just... You can't get that at Guitar Center. That's what I'm talking about, you know? And the pickups seem really true to the original ones. Because they're not overly aggressively loud. That's the thing about a lot of the pickups nowadays, is that everybody's just like, as much as possible, as much as... Oh my God, these have more magnets than anything you've ever... Oh my God. And when the real original ones were not these crazy high-powered things, and across the board, all these, you know, from Gretsch to Teisco to all these pickups, none of them were crazy gnarly until these humbuckers started happening. But they're really true to the original like output and the sound of the... It's weird to like feel how one of the guitars must have felt brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like if you took one of the Dan Electros straight out the case when you first, because all the ones we see now are old and kind of been used and been loved, but this feels like, oh, I just got it from the catalog. This is incredible.
That's an interesting observation.
Right. So yeah, from the binding, that original vinyl binding tape around the side, it feels so great to touch. It's like, okay, we get a taste of how it once was for a kid on Christmas to be just like, ain't nothing wrong with this.
Green, so green. I'll point out that this isn't just vanity. This is not only an unusual looking guitar, it is unique because the baby sitar that's right here, that was manufactured by Dan Electro and also Jerry Jones, has one pickup. The master sitar that was made by Dan Letro and also reproduced by Jerry Jones, has 2 pickups and then another third one on the sympathetic strings.
Right.
So what's in the middle now? That bird right there.
Oh, man.
It's 2 pickups.
I won't be surprised if these go into full production mode and people are going to start having to buy them off of you.
I think that would be Ian Williams' worst nightmare. He worked really hard on this, and I paid him for it, but he spent so much time thinking about it and working with a new idea, and he did some of it for the challenge of it. And I asked him when we recorded a podcast, would you make another one? And he goes, maybe. So it might be so rare, it's so rare it's going to go completely extinct after this one.
Well, let's just be thankful that at least one exists in the world. Thank you for pursuing your vision of something so cool. It's such a trip to play.
That throaty sound that you just got out of it, you can't really coax that out of the little baby sitar, and that's why I think that the 2 pickup one is its own sound.
It definitely is. And the body shape matters, and the neck matters, and the pickups matter, and the buzz bridge matters, and the hardware matters. It's all affects the sound. And so this definitely, that's why it's going to have its own voice. This is a one of one. It's been a pleasure to play. Thank you for letting me play it.
You know, it is a vanity piece, and I'm fine for it to sit on the wall, but I would love for you to put this on some recording sometime just to give it some pedigree.
Yes,
because I know you've been getting calls for sitar sessions.
I have. I really have.
Next time you go, if you need a 2 pickup one,
I will. I'm calling you. Yeah. I'm like,
wait till you walk into a session with that thing.
Yeah, I'll have my full sitar and this thing and be like, okay.
Where's the sitar, bro? We asked for some sitar, and you're like, I'm here.
Call. It's right here, yeah. Come on.
Sustain. My vibration is so high right now.
Same. Best Wednesday I've had in a minute.
All right. Anything else you want to tell me about that before we wrap it up with a bird track?
Oh, no. I just think you had a great idea, and I'm so glad you followed through with it and worked with the people you had to work with to get it done, because in a guitar town, you think you'd seen pretty much all of it, and you found a nook and cranny that desperately needed filling. So thank you. Thank you.
I drove all the way to Des Moines, Iowa to get it because Ian Williams is so meticulous. Even shipping the guitars makes him nervous because he wants to make sure that they get there. Anyway, He's very meticulous and exact, and he makes beautiful guitars. And look him up. Best way to reach him is Instagram, Nepco, NEPCO guitars. Futuristic as hell.
Yeah, the future of the past. Brilliant. Brilliant.
We're going to wrap it up. We're trying to do shorter ones, but this one, we're getting into 40 minutes because there's so much to learn from Matthew, my field guide. When I can get him, he's busy and he also travels a lot.
I learned just as much from you, so thank you for sharing your wisdom with us all. When
I get him, I like to pick his brain. But we've been we've been wrapping up things with a bird trap because I'm trying to get the bird watchers and the music and the bird watching. And it's really not that far of a stretch because music and bird watching go together, or at least nature, the natural world. And that's why I've been proclaiming certain members or people that I've dealt with or have helped me, proclaiming what their bird was. And I think you've asked me a couple of times, what's my bird? And I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, and they said, what's Matthew's bird? And I go, it's somewhere between a dove and an eagle because of his scouting background. And then I was researching birds the other day and I found out about something called the Harpy Eagle. And now all I want to do is learn about Harpy Eagles. You can also spend a lot of time on YouTube watching them prey on things.
Yeah. When you sent me some pictures of them, I was like, wow,
Uh,
that's a bird.
It's got an amazing crown, a hat. Matthew is a hat maker and he always has great style in his headwear. And the Harpy Eagle has this amazing, I mean, you just have to go look at one. I
Right.
should have printed out a picture so I could show anybody looking at the video. And most people don't know what it is because it is not so rare that you can't see one, but you're probably going to have to go to South America to see one where it rules the canopies. I looked it up again this morning and it's considered an apex predator. And I said, what is an apex predator? So I went to look it up and it is at the top of the food chain.
Apex.
It'll pick up a cat, anything in the
Yeah.
forest. It's
Yeah.
got talons the size of a bear claw, and the nests are so big that they're the size of a queen mattress.
At least they're comfortable and full. Good for them. Don't leave your dogs walking around.
So Matthew is the Harpy Eagle of Nashville because he is a predator.
Hey. And what's your bird? What's your
No,
bird? Did you decide what's
I,
yours?
I'm the Nashville warbler.
That's
Um, I,
right.
they actually never, they don't really breed or come through here. It's a rare bird to see in Nashville, but it's the first place that was identified. And so I don't really belong in Nashville, but here I am.
There you are.
I'm the Nashville warbler. Also, I
Yes.
talk a lot.
Right.
So Matthew's the Harpy Eagle. Go take a look at what one looks like and maybe go to YouTube and watch one in flight. It is something to see. The talons. The talons are insane.
Frightening. I'm excited.
I'm not a super bird watcher, but thanks to my renewed interest in my dad's sport, I am on a kick about learning about birds. And that's why I'm pairing electric sitar songs with birds. And that's why we're ending these things with bird tracks. We talked about the Harpy Eagle, and you're going to love this electric sitar song. That's our homeboy Marty Stewart on the song.
Ah, I love
We
Marty
love
so
him,
much.
don't we?
We do. What a of all the people kicking in Nashville, really kicking in Nashville, I think he's the leader of cool meets future meets past meets independent meets togetherness.
Heritage.
That guy's it. Yeah. And his band. Yeah.
He's also
Yes.
my Mississippi brother. He is from Philadelphia, I think. So I've never met him, but I've stood within a couple of feet of him several times. And I was at the Mississippians in New York City picnic over 10 years ago. They've now shut that down because of all the political infighting. But there was an annual picnic in New York City Park. There were Mississippians in New York, and Kevin and I happened to be there during that time. And we walked over there, and Marty Stewart and his superlatives were there.
That is so cool.
I
That is
stood
so
right
cool.
next to him, and they were there in Central Park in full glitter.
Yes. Yes.
And you're probably going to say, do you have pictures? And of course I do.
Oh, I know you do. I know
I'll
you
find
do.
it.
I look forward to seeing them.
Anyway, you and I are both fans of his, and he has used electric sitar on several tracks through the years. He tours with one because I've seen pictures. He carries a Jerry Jones master sitar. And I mean, listen to the high vibes. That's one of his recent songs, Space is Killer. So,
Yes.
Harpy Eagle, Space by Marty Stewart. He's a rare bird.
Oh, he's a
He's a
bird for sure.
he's a migrating bird from Mississippi. All you have to do is look at his hair. He's got amazing wings.
He's been flying for a long time.
I love him. And all right, we did it. I wanted you to be my field guide today. I knew you were the person to do it. We did it.
Yes.
We've learned about
I'll always be in awe of this guitar. So I'm proud that you have it. I'm proud that you followed through with it. And I'm proud that it resides in Nashville with you. It's brilliant.
You're going to put it on a record for me.
That's right. Accredited.
I need pedigree. It can't just be a great guitar. It has to have pedigree. And if you put it on a recording, it'll have pedigree.
Easy.
I mean,
Consider it
besides
done.
the fact that my name is on it.
Besides that, yeah, and it'll be in the track listing. On track 6, Vardaman electric sitar, flying Vardaman. Excuse me. Sorry.
We don't want to get in trouble with Gibson. We have a lot of respect for the Gibson's innovation. We don't want to.
That's right.
It's inspo.
That's right.
It's not a flying anything other. It's a flying sitar called Vardaman.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for helping me identify some flying objects today. Field guide, Matthew Paige. You got my vibration so high, I'm going to put my glasses on.
Back to space with you, Vardaman. Back to space where you came from.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm going to hang up the Rare Bird hotline.
Glad I could help.
Goodbye.
You just have a great day.
Before you leave, I want to say that I know that you have acquired a new real sitar.
My only one I've ever had. The first one I've actually laid my hands on. A real acoustic, full-size sitar that I bought secondhand in the parking lot of the Guitar Center in Nashville.
The day that you told me that happened, I thought about texting my friend who works there to say somebody's going to be selling a sitar in the parking lot today.
Yeah, I'm sure there's all sorts of fun deals going down in that parking lot all day long. But I was glad to play a part. I'm glad to have one now, and we'll talk about it soon because I'm practicing. I'm getting my chops up, so I got something to show you.
Yeah, I want to hear all about it. I've seen it, and it sounds beautiful. And I once you marinate with it, for you to come back and talk to us about it. Maybe we'll try to make that one a short one. But today we had to get high.
We'll see. I don't know if shorts are a thing. I'm not sure we do that. But I'm glad to be here regardless. Any amount of time. Anytime.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Matthew. I appreciate you.
See you out there.
Scout's honor.
Scout's honor.
If you hear excellent tone and the sound of birds chirping, it means you've made it through an entire episode of the Lipstick Pickup Podcast. You're as free as a bird now, but I hope you'll join me again soon. Comments or questions? I can be reached at emily@thelipstickpickup.com.